Who are the biggest losers in Sunday night's loss versus the Denver Broncos? Let's talk about it. Vikings was a tough one versus the Denver Broncos last night. Now, recording this on Monday. It was a tough loss. Obviously, 21-20. Vikings pretty much controlled that whole game. It should have been a victory. And, Denver created some turnovers, did a lot of, things to kind of throw our offense off rhythm. And it was a lot of self-inflicted wounds as well. So, give Denver some credit, but I think the Vikings shot themselves in the foot more than anything. In this episode, we're kind of just going to look at three losers in this game, players that just did not play so well, and maybe not a player on this list as well. So let's just talk about our first one. So again, the biggest losers versus the Denver Broncos. Loser number one, I hate to do this, but it's Alexander Mattison. Now, Mattison didn't have that bad of a game, but the Vikings were controlling the game 17-9, moving the ball down the field. I think we were at like the 40-yard line or so of Denver, and it was a 1st and 10. We hand the ball out off to Alexander Mattison, just runs it up the gut, and he's just holding that ball right here. All right, get a hand in there, it's going to fall out, and that's exactly what happened. One of the defenders got their hands in there, stripped the ball, and that turned the whole complexity of the entire game. Even if the Vikings score a field goal on that drive, 20-9, 2-possession game, Denver's offense wasn't doing anything. And the Vikings defense did play really well in this game. They held them to 5 field goals, and then at the end, they gave up that touchdown. But that turnover was very costly and just changed the whole game. It just swung the momentum in a way that turnovers do. And, Alexander Mattison, he's had a kind of a rough year. He had a pretty good game leading up to that, was running the ball really well, running the ball really tough, but just that turnover was just killed us in every way. So Alexander Mattison, our loser number one. Loser number two, I'm going to go Josh Dobbs. Sorry, Josh. I know we love you. I love you. But we got to protect the football. We got to protect the football. The first, it was kind of a trick play. I don't really love this play call from Kevin O'Connell. We'll kind of get into this later in the episode. But so TJ Hawkinson gets under center, toss to Josh Dobbs. You're putting your quarterback out like on a toss play. You're just asking for an injury. You're asking for a turnover, and that's exactly what happened. Kareem Jackson comes in, blows up Josh Dobbs. Should have been a penalty. He's probably going to get suspended. Doesn't really matter now. But he fumbles the football. Denver gets 3 points right off the get-go. Just one of those games where the Vikings turn over the ball again on the first drive. And then there's an interception as well. Ty Chandler kind of got beat, but Josh had room to step up in the pocket and kind of step into that throw a little bit, and he just kind of stood still and allowed the defender to impact that throw. I thought Ty did a decent job picking up the blitzer, didn't really let him get there. Josh just needed to move up in the pocket, and he didn't really do that. So I kind of put that one on Josh. Could the block been a little bit better? Yes, but everything can't be perfect. And then just that last drive kind of threw me off a little bit. Like Josh was just scrambling too much. He got his happy feet. You could just kind of see he was really uncomfortable in that pocket. And it just led to a less than desired drive to end the game. Josh did some nice things. He had the scrambling touchdown, and then he had the really nice play to Josh Oliver in the opening touchdown. But other than that, it was a mixed bag of good and bad from Josh Dobbs. And, we can expect that from a guy that's on a 7th team in like just around a year, but he's done a lot of great things here for the Vikings, and he gave us the opportunity to win in this game. So I'm not going to put all the blame on Josh, but you just got to take better care of the football. Trust your pocket a little bit. He was kind of inaccurate too. Like he had a lot of throws that were either behind or just kind of lame ducks. He's got the arm strength. The accuracy just really hurts. It's not good sometimes. So Josh Dobbs is my loser number two. Like I said, just kind of a mixed bag of good and bad, but the bad kind of spoke really loudly in this game. And my loser number three is Kevin O'Connell. He Made some good play calls. The fake punt was outstanding. I think that's our second or third fake punt in his tenure, and I think every single one of them have worked. And it was a great carry from Ty Chandler, probably like a 30-some yard gain that I thought was going to change a lot in the game, but I think they went and got a field goal off of that. Maybe not even oh no, they did get a field goal off of that, I'm pretty sure. So they did get points off of that, but the main coaching point that I did not like, and we could talk about the toss to Josh Dobbs. That's just, I didn't scrap that from the playbook entirely, please. Was the drive where it was 1st and 10 from about the 12-yard line. We were up, what were we up? 20-15 or 17-15, right? 17-15 we were up. And he essentially settled for a field goal to make it a 20-15 game. Like, no aggressiveness, no creativity. I think we ended up gaining 1 yard. It was 4th and 9, and we kicked the field goal. It was 2 straight runs, and then kind of a play where Josh, again, kind of rolls out and just throws up a duck, hoping he doesn't get intercepted, and it almost did, but it ended up not. But it was just horrendous play calling. He's been way too conservative. And there was another time where it was 4th and 1 from like the 46-yard line. Go for it. All right, you're this, new modern offensive head coach. The Vikings have like the best percentage on 4th and 1, 3rd and 1 of converting. Go get the first down. All right. Ryan Wright ended up kicking out of the back of the end zone anyway. It was like a net 26-yard punt. Okay. Denver's offense wasn't doing anything anyway. Go for it on 4th and 1. Be more aggressive in the red zone. Our red zone offense has been horrendous. It's been better because of Josh Dobbs' legs. He's been able to make plays with his legs. And if it wasn't for that, it would not be good in the red zone, and it hasn't been good. But, yeah, those are my 3 losers from this game. We're still 6-5, still in the 7th seed. The division's a little bit farther reached now, but, we're still gearing up for a playoff push here, but they got a lot to fix. Take better care of the football, be better in the red zone. Defense, keep doing your thing. You kept us in that game all night. You kept, the lead was there because our defense didn't allow touchdowns. But Alexander Madison, Josh Dobbs, Kevin O'Connell, my 3 losers, and there's a couple more as well. But yeah, that's my takes, and we gotta shore it up for Monday Night Football versus the Chicago Bears. But as always, we're right in it. Skol.